Most clinics prefer to use kilograms over pounds when weighing patients. 2.2 pounds is equal to 1 kilogram. So if you are 190 pounds, you divide that by 2.2 and it will be 86 kilograms.
It's important for our EMTs to understand the metric system and how it applies to treating patients. When using the metric system to draw up medications, for instance, you may have a medication that has 6 milligrams in 2 milliliters. And for this particular patient, you would only need 3 milligrams, so you would have to be able to calculate that and draw up 1 milliliter. There are consequences for not knowing how to properly calculate a medication dose. For example, if we miscalculate the dose for some of our pain medications, it could cause the patient to go unresponsive, to stop breathing, and possibly die.
So the accuracy of these measurements become very important, because when you're creating a mold of someone's limb that you're trying to now marry that mold back to the body, then every millimeter counts. So accurate measurement, accurate assessment of your measurements. We even create systems where we're double checking one another. For circumferences, we use a soft tape measure. A soft tape measure allows us to get all of our circumference measurements of the body and the residual limb, because it will obviously lay flat and you don't have any kinks and corners to work with. So we'll start getting our circumferences with the soft tape measure. Depending on what we're measuring for, we may use standard or metric, depending on if we're using a product and where that product comes from. Depending on what you need for each case, you may have a different manufacturer that you're working with for that need. And each manufacturer will be from a different location and maybe even different country. So you need to be able to measure in both ways accurately and a lot of times translate in between those sets of measurements.
Being able to use the metric system in my job is very important, because we have to know how to move our decimal points to the correct spot, when we need to move it 3 spots to the right to give the correct result to our doctors. So my results I may get from my analyzer might be in liters, and I need to give the result to the doctor in millimeters. You take the number that your analyzer spits out, and you have to know that 1.203 is not the answer I need to put in the computer. I need to move that decimal point, and that's going to be 1,203.
We do use the metric system a lot. It's important because in our protocols it's given in kilograms, and so we have to calculate pounds to kilograms, and then we also have to calculate the milligrams to milliliters for that appropriate, to give the appropriate dose for that medication.